Let's do some more examples of some long division problems with 3-digit dividends. Again, get out your paper and pencil to work along with me as we do some of these examples. Today I'm using our graph paper to help us line up our place values as we go. The first problem we're going to do today is going to be 394 divided by 5. 394 divided by 5. So I'm going to rewrite that problem out as a long division problem. 394, I put each of my place values in its separate box, divided by 5. My 5 out here outside of the box. Okay, so now I'm ready to divide. I'm going to start with my largest place value. I always start with the largest place value when dividing. My largest place value in this number is the hundredths place, and I have a 3 in the hundredths place. So I'm going to think, well, 3 is less than 5. I can't get 5 groups from 3. So I am not going to have any numbers. So I can put a 0 here or an X here in this hundreds place to know I don't have any hundreds in my answer. So I'm going to move over to my tens place. And I'm going to look and say, well, now instead of having 3 hundredths, I have 39 tens. And I can break 39 into groups of 5. I'm going to think to myself, well, what number times 5 gets me close to 39? So take a second to think about your 5's facts. What number times 5 will get us close to 39? That's right, 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 5 is 35. So I'm going to put my 7 in my quotient. I'm going to multiply 7 times 5. 35 is how many I would be taking from that 39. I'm going to subtract them away to see how many I'll have left. 9 take away 5 is 4. Okay, I don't have anything here, so I'm left with 4 tens remaining, and now I need to come and bring down my ones. So now I have 44 to be divided by 5. 44. I'm going to think to myself, what times 5 gets me close to 44? What do you think? That's right, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. When I subtract 44 minus 40, I'm left with 4 left over. I don't have anything else to bring down, so this is my remainder. Remainder 4. So 394 divided by 5 equals 78, remainder 4. Let's try another example. All right, our next problem that we're going to do is going to be 284 divided by 4. 284 divided by 4. So I'm going to write that out in our long division box. 284 divided by 4. Let's use a different color. All right, here we go. 284 divided by 4. I'm going to start in my place value that has the greatest value, which is the hundredths place. I only have 2 hundredths, and I'm trying to make equal groups of 4. I cannot make groups of 4 from 2 hundredths, so I'm not going to have any hundreds in my quotient. I'm going to move over and just look at the 28. 28 tens divided by 4. 28 divided by 4. Let's think about what times 4 is going to get me close to 28. Did you think of it already? 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 7. I'm going to put my 7 up in my quotient. 7 times 4 is 28. I'm going to subtract, and I see, wait, I don't have anything left over. But I'm not done yet. I still have this 4 in the ones place. I'm going to bring him down next to the 0. Now I have a 4 to divide by 4. Well, 4 divided by 4 is going to give me 1. I can only get 4 times 1 equals 4. 1 on top, all lined up. 1 times 4 equals 4. When I subtract, I don't have anything left over, so I have no remainder. And if you keep everything lined up, you'll know you're finished because you don't have any other numbers left over here, and everything has a number on top of each number that's given. I think we have time for one more example. Okay. Let's do this last one of 465 divided by 3. 465 divided by 3. Let me write that out here in our long division box. 465 divided by 3. Take a second to write that problem down too. Okay, I'm going to start in my hundreds place because it's my place of greatest value. And I see I have 4 in my hundreds place, and I'm dividing it by 3. I want to get groups of 3. And 4 is greater than 3, so I can get some groups of 3 out of here. 3 times 1 equals 3. That gets me the closest to 4 as I can. So I'm going to put 1. I can get one group of 3. 1 times 3 is 3. When I subtract, I'm going to have one group of hundreds left over. Next, I'm going to move over to my tens place. I'm going to bring down my 10, which is the 6. And now I have 16 to be divided by 3. So I need to think, well, what times 3 is going to get me closest to 16? Okay, I'm going to think, well, 3 times 4 is 12, but 3 times 5 is 15. That's the closest I can get. 3 times 5. I'm going to put 5 up in my quotient. 5 times 3 is 15. I'm going to subtract to see how much I have left. 16 minus 15 is 1. I'm not done yet. I still have my ones to bring down. 5 ones. Now I have 15 to be divided by 3. We already figured out that 3 times 5 is 15, so we're going to use a 5 again. 5 times 3 is 15. When I subtract, I'm going to see that I have nothing left over, no remainder. So 465 divided by 3 equals 155. Here's our quotient, 155.